All right, so I think we're live. What is going on, everybody?
Howdy ho.
Lockfather, welcome back.
Thank you.
And let's make sure if people can hear us and see us, but some good things going on.
Yep.
And
like usual.
We'll have some fun here. Must be the new Logsmith. Nope. So now that we're back actually at the 5:15 Pacific time, I mean, it's yours truly. I'm here in the comments, on camera, everything.
All by your lonesome, huh?
All by my lonesome. I mean, I can hear.
Technical-wise.
Yeah, I can hear people still out there, but just me. Hey, Chad, what is up? He says hi to the Lockfather. See it right there. Look at this. Pop it on the screen. Boom.
Oh, yeah, Chad. Hello.
Ed Keel, Phil, Patrick Smith, Locks NY. Looking forward to having you on soon. GK565, what is up? There's lots of people on here. Tom Kaysen, Dave, how's it going? Everett, let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Here's pop this question up here. Do you suppose we can make this channel as popular as SpaceX channel? This time remaining on the launch was over 100K waiting, a little short of that. Yep, little. We're definitely not sending anything into space today, are we?
No.
Definitely not sending anything
That's cool
into
how you can
space.
see that stuff.
Yeah, and like you can see it on your phone or whatever too, Good stuff here. And I'm feeling pretty cool, actually. There's actually a bunch of stuff in here I need to play with. But let's see here. Kevin Eastman, Sean Baker, what's up, everybody? What volt amp? What volt amp? Did you say you talked to him?
I believe so. Amp? Brian,
is that you coming up here the 20th? If so, I need to make sure I schedule you in for the live. You can come on live up here. So good stuff here. All right, people are coming in here. He says, hey, Lockfather. Put it on the screen here. Oop. Hey, Lockfather, you're going to make an offer we can't refuse.
I don't know what that means. Doesn't let me give.
Oh yeah, that is Brian. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, so you have to hit me up. Make sure we can, at least hang out for a little bit while you're up here, and we'll get you on live.
Oh yeah, he was hoping to make a video with you.
Really?
Yeah, he said he'd love to do that.
Let's do it. Just hit me up, okay? Let's see here. Matt, there on Facebook. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. First, William C. First Locksmith in space. Would you go?
No, because I don't like heights.
Oh my gosh, good stuff, everybody. Well, hey, we got some exciting stuff. Everyone who's watching right now, you're going to want to stick around here for a little while. We have something good in store for you, okay? So make sure you hang in there. Let's see. Comments are coming in. PGA has a golfer's tan. I do have a little bit of a Yep, a little bit. Yeah, that's funny stuff. I didn't even notice that. Can't keep finding keys and lender either. There we go.
His wife won't let him wear those wife beaters anymore.
Yeah,
on the course.
Yeah, they require sleeves. That's good stuff. Hey, Jeffrey's calling you the Lock Daddy. You liking that? I mean, that could be your rap name.
Yeah, really.
All right, that can be your rap name. Brian, what's up? All right, everybody, so stick around to the end. We're going to have some fun, and it's going to be worth your while. Dad, so, let's, first of all, catch us up a little bit. I mean, how's business been?
Oh, business has been booming.
It's been busy.
Yeah, and some of the guys, it's vacation time, so they're taking off. And I'm going, oh, gosh, don't.
Yeah. By the way, we are drinking Topo Chicos. Yep. Cheers.
Cheers to everybody.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No.
So we got people taking vacation, busy.
Yes.
Doing all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just keeps rolling. It's amazing, with guy on call yesterday did fantastic. The last 4 weeks.
It's been good.
Oh, unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah. No complaints. They just pay and go.
That's good. Now, are you excited about coming to Aloha with us here in a few weeks?
Absolutely.
So hopefully some of you out there are going to be stopping by, saying hi to us. Both of us will be at Aloha in the CLK booth.
And it's in Florida, so, I'll be the guy sweating, of course, inside.
Yeah, it's going to be hot. But, I'd love everybody. So, these last few weeks, right, we had Aloha on last week. We had the SOPL on the week before, trying to give you guys a few different perspectives. I'd love to know your take on all of this. What were you thinking, seeing the two different? Is anybody going to come to Aloha? Come say hi. I'd love to hear what you got going on here.
Absolutely.
Watching your videos. Says Michael Rook says, hey, fellas, first time watching. Love your videos. Very informative. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You do a good job doing that.
That's good. So, yeah. So, you guys have to definitely let me know about that. I mean, do you guys want more lives where I'm interviewing the people like from Aloha and that kind of stuff? That's really what I'm asking. So, it should be interesting here. Keith Smart Locksmith says, I went to the school and learned some. Oh, hey, look, let's put this one up there. I went to Locksmith school. I learned some key information. Now we're talking. Gumby, yeah. So the trade show floor is actually carpeted, so it should be decent. But yeah, I mean, it hurt. I mean, it's only 6 hours. I think 6 hours a day, Friday and Saturday, 12 hours total. Right. But I tell you what, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun have this going on here. Van tours.
You have a lot of specials if they come by the booth, huh?
Oh yeah. We have some good stuff we've been cooking in the oven just for Aloha for the people that are going to be there. So it'll be good. So, and by the way, in case I forget, we do have a new podcast being dropped here probably tomorrow or Thursday. Okay, so I have a brand new one being dropped. It's not going to be on YouTube this time, just on the Lock Boss Show. So make sure you're listening to that on iTunes or Spotify, whatever your flavor is on that. But this is the deal. So what I kind of did is we did the Key Blank History Part 1, Key Blank History Part 2, right? And is what the podcast is I actually kind of gave you some perspective about some of the insider baseball, so to speak, of those two parts, okay? So I hope you enjoy it. It was some good stuff here. Let's see here. Got some comments coming in. Oh, yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Hey, having trouble finding blanks for our, locks here, thinner. Yeah, bad puns. That's good. So, yeah, so make sure you watch that, man. So, yeah, it's hard to read and,
Oh, absolutely. Keep conversation.
So, now yesterday we dropped the video of Connor programming with the Smart Pro.
Hey, he did awesome.
That's good. The best part about that is I had this kind of scheduled in, and it was, I don't know, about 20 minutes before Connor had to program. I was like, hey, Connor.
no practice, no look.
No, it's more fun that way.
Absolutely.
Right? More fun that way. And I love the comment. I got to respond to it yet. Someone said, Connor did great, but the camera was shaky. Me. Yeah, it was fun kind of being behind there and all that kind of stuff. So, Vernon, what's up? Kevin Bacon, thanks for tuning in. So we had that going on. And by the way, so I know it says in the comment or in the title that we're going to have Kip on today, okay? Some things came up. Kip's super busy working, and so we actually switched the Lockfather and Kip. So Kip should be on next week with us. So I'm glad I brought that up. Otherwise, people will be like, what's going on here? What's going on? So, yeah, Connor knocked it out of the park. He did a good job. It was fun. It was a lot of fun having him do the intro and kind of the outro.
He was sort of nervous there for a minute, when.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it just goes like all of a sudden you have the camera pointed at you and you're supposed to be talking,
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of fun. So yeah, Connor did a good job, and you guys liked it so much. We'll definitely have him do some more. So So Matt Hatch, what's up? That'll be good stuff. Seeing you at the low. AJ's Lock and Key says, put in my first order with CLK to say thanks for the vids. Won't be the last. Hey, thank you very much. Definitely appreciate the support. Very, very good. So yeah, watching Connor do it. Yep. That's good. That's kind of the whole thing, is like how part of do the programming videos. It's like, how do you show how to do it in a way that makes people not so intimidated to, kind of get involved with it.
I get intimidated every time I turn that darn computer on and plug it in. I go, oh, great.
Yeah, absolutely. So then we also had our 4th of July video last Friday. Dad, awesome. What did you think? No, you didn't see any of it before it went live.
No.
I mean, tell us about it.
I was proud of my little granddaughter, Alice.
Yeah.
You had to key her a little, but that's okay. She's only, what, 3?
4. Going to be 5 right before. I've missed her. Actually, Aloha and her birthday typically goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of missed her birthday quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
no,
it's a couple days before we leave. So
I wonder what you were doing with those old cutter wheels.
Cutters.
That was
what do you guys think about that? So sort of, that the key toss and then the cutter hole.
Yeah.
Right. I love the comments on that, by the way. Were you guys talking about the throwing the cutters and yeah, that was good.
What are you going to do? He says, I'm going to make some games.
Then the hide and key. I came up with that one at the last minute. And the best part is I came up with a whole nother game to play, but we couldn't pull it off on time because I needed something. I needed a prop for this one. I couldn't make it. Or I could, but it cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. And so I got the prop, but I got the prop too late. So I'm going to figure out how to incorporate it in, but I promise you it's funnier than the rest of them.
Yeah, but Alice was just $1. It was great.
Yeah, Alice did a good job.
And gummy worms,
Yeah.
Better stick with Pee-wees.
Yep.
That was great.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Hey, it was a fun video to put out. I mean, for like Connor and I to do something like that's not so technically involved and more fun is definitely, I mean, a lot of comments said it was a fun break from the, informative videos. It is a fun video for us to make, and we had to figure out how to get Pee-wees, somehow incorporated because you guys love it so much. So we did that. Yeah, cutter hole looked expensive. Now, I actually called my dad up. I was like, hey, you have some old cutters I can borrow for a minute? I was like, I'm going to be throwing them on wood. So we'll see how that goes. Now, what I haven't done yet is returned the cutter hole board that was custom made to one of my friends.
Oh, really? They won't like that.
Well, there's a couple of little cutter marks on it. So, I might be buying some new cornhole boards.
Well, then you can have it at home.
Yeah. I know. I didn't. Locks NY says you didn't invite me to throw some cornhole cutters, right? That's good stuff. So yeah. So what, guys? Hey, at the end of the day, we're all having a lot of fun here, right? We want to learn, grow, and we want to win, right? All that stuff. And it's always important to also still have a fun time. So that's what we're trying to do here. So I'm actually really, really happy that you guys like, some of these other little videos. It's kind of fun to do. To just have a little bit of fun with,
a little bit of the family involved in it.
Yeah, well, I figured it's like, hey, you guys have had that Addie on here doing pitches, that Audrey on here playing. Absolutely. I was like, we had to get Alice on. I mean, she's 4 now, but when she's 8, she'll be like, Dad, why wasn't I ever on? Yep. Yeah.
I heard from you and your sister.
Yep.
But no, that was cute. It was great. And it, everybody gets a good laugh.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yep. Yep. I think, one of the funnest parts for me, honestly, is, 10 years from now, being able to have them watch those videos. It's kind of like a little time capsule for the family.
Gumby wants some Pee-wee red worms in his next order.
Oh, yes, I know. I've been looking at what does it take to switch our fruit snacks we like to put in orders to switch them to gummy worms, like little custom packaged Pee-wees. Yeah, but it's like $2 a bag of fruits, gummy worms. It's a lot, especially with the amount of shipments, it's.
Well, just get them a regular one. It's cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got, let's see here, very creative. Thanks, Phil. Your videos never disappoint. Brian, thank you very much. I appreciate that, you know. I'd actually been planning that video for a few months, so trying to figure it out and have some fun. And you can definitely expect a couple more fun ones this year for sure. So, yes.
Flapjack McCoy, love those fruit snacks. We're good.
Yeah, those fruit snacks. People love the fruit snacks. That's why I put them in the orders. You know, I mean, we get more thank yous, emails, phone calls, saying thank you for the fruit snacks. And so, you know, we did it for Thanksgiving or Halloween years ago, and we got such a response in 1 month of doing it. We've just kept it going. So
I still wonder why I don't get any in our orders.
have you ever wondered if maybe someone else is taking them before maybe they just never get to your desk?
Well, I'm the one who picks 90% of them
But
up.
do you open them? Look in them?
You never know. Oh, yeah.
Or are you denying that you're getting the fruit snacks?
I'm denying.
Let's see. Hey, okay, we got a question here, and we'll get on to it here. So, oops, family vibes, make us feel part of your family with these kind of vids. Yeah, hey, you got it. You got it. Let's see here. Fruit snacks up. I'm hitting the wrong one here. Locks NY, hang on for a second, man. Just hang on for that. Yep. From Dave, Dad, Lockfather. We got a question here for you. Oh, looks like Dave's answering John Falk's question. I'm putting the wrong ones up here. So let's go back to the question here. Is there a way to rekey a Kwikset Smart Key lock without a current key?
Yes. The deadbolt's no problem. They're Arrow tryout keys make a set of 400 keys what you can use, but that takes some time. And also, there's a little tool out. Who made that?
Well, the Better Resetter was made by A1.
Oh, so they're not anybody's copied it or anything.
It was patented. I don't think so.
And those work, but yeah, most of the time I just throw them away and put another one in.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Dave answered and says, yes, you'll need to reset it or decode it and make a current key. You know, honestly, if you get a lot of them, okay, there's a tool. Maybe someone could put a link from our website to it. It's a decoder. Now, it's a little pricey. But you can decode Kwikset Smart Key locks quickly.
Yes,
you have one.
We have like 10 of them.
Yeah.
They're
you
expensive, but they work great.
Yep. So if you find yourself needing to do that a lot, getting that decoder tool by AccuReader makes it. We sell it. We have them in stock, and you can get that, and it'll make your life super easy. I don't know if I can find. Let me try to do something else and find the link.
Yeah, because it comes up on your cell phone or tablet, shows you a picture of each of the pins, and then you have a little.
Oh, yeah, here it picture. Is. Okay, I got the link. I'll pop it in here.
Works great.
Where are we at here? Yeah, there you go. Guys, put the link in the description here. You can see it there. Yeah, Carl Lewis got another order from COK today. Carl, honestly, thank you for the support. I mean, you've been supporting us for a long time. I really appreciate that. So we got that. Okay, so we get that one off there. That's good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So, okay, so this is the deal. We also did one more video we haven't talked about yet. We did the B119, everything that you need to know. So hopefully that was helpful. And we have some great more automotive videos coming up. The Lockfather and I are going to be recording a video here in a couple days that'll be out in a few weeks. So that'll be fun. We have another one coming up. I think it's a week from this Friday, the two of us.
Oh.
Coming up. So we'll do that. It'll be good stuff. And
always good when I can sit down with my son and have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time.
That's fun. Yeah, that's because it's styrofoam. Good stuff. Yes, Locks NY, that is Keith's tool. Yep. That the good stuff there. Yep, LockTech. Yep. Looks like we're on the same page here. Did you do a Honda ignition video yet? Locks NY? Not yet, but I'm going to. Okay, but as a matter of fact, you know what? Thank you for that. Really just reminded me of something. I am looking for someone in the Lock Boss community that works on mortise locks that needs to replace mortise locks, right? And particularly when the handles on the outside break, right? Technically, they're designed to have the handles break before the actual mortise mechanism. And I have a product that I need somebody to do a little filming for me for that will be on the channel. So if you work on that kind of stuff, unfortunately, I mean, in the area we live in, there's not a lot of mortise locks that get replaced. You know, it's a newer area, doesn't have a lot of them. So I need some help out there. So if you work on mortise locks often enough to where we can send you a couple kits, I would love for you to do a little bit of filming for us, be in a video, and just let me know. So just send us an email, sales@clksupplies.com. Potential mortise locks, PJ or something, I'll get it, and we'll get connected, get that done. Also, if Jenkins Locks watching, I'm going to be calling you tomorrow, okay? So it'll be good stuff there. So locks and why Jason doesn't do Honda, what that means. So yeah, so I will be getting to that Honda tool there.
Quite a bit of Honda stuff. Now you sell the kit to take it apart?
Yep. Yeah, well, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah,
so I guess if you're asking about the Honda ignition as far as rekeying it goes and why it fails, I do have a video out on that where I go step by step as to why it fails and how to properly fix them. But as far as that ignition tool, I have not done that yet. That's one of those that I have to find the right time at the right situation. As a matter of fact, Lockfather needs to call me when you have one.
Yeah, it's just a bad design. You know, like Subarus had back in the 80s, a bad design on their cylinders and Datsuns. You know, they break and you're constantly fixing them.
Richard, thanks for tuning in. Very cool. Okay, so if you have something like that, make sure you hit me up on that. We'll be good. Lots of chatter going on. I'm trying to understand what it is, but I can't read too many of them and talk at the same time. Can you?
You got to look at forget that.
So, hey, this is the deal. This is what we did. We told you that if I told you, if you stuck around, we got a little something in store for you. So this is the deal we do. But you got to hang around to the end, okay? But first, Dad, would you hand me that there?
Okay.
All right, so one of the winners tonight, we're going to get on to the winners here right now, okay? And so what we have here, one of the winners is getting the Lockboy SFIC capping and ejecting block with tools. So it's a good, what do we sell these for? $110, something like that. So it'd be a really good hookup here for you guys. It's one of the 5 winners.
Yeah, you get the 3 pieces, the block.
Yep.
The ejecting tool and the capping tool.
Yep.
Just use a regular hammer, put your cap in there, tink, and it works great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Someone's getting that. So let me go ahead and go over all of the rules here, make sure we're all on the same page. We're going to announce the 5 winners. And then at the very end, for those of you who are hanging around with us to the end, I got something coming your way, all right? So here we go. All right, so this is how it works. Throughout the week, we post videos on YouTube. When you comment on the videos and include the hashtag LockBoss, you're automatically entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we give away each and every week. It's free to enter. However, or you're more than welcome to order from CLK, all right? So with that said, each contest is a standalone. It runs Monday through Sunday, and then we announce the winners here live on Tuesday. So that's how it works. Now make sure if we call your YouTube username, you want to make sure you send us an email at sales@clksupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989. Make sure we have your address correct, and we're going to hook you up. So, and that makes me think when I was doing that there, you know, sometimes in the videos I'm getting better, but I don't blink. You know, some of them I just stare. That's how you know I'm really concentrating when I go a minute or 2 minutes without blinking, you know. But that's good stuff. All right. So here we go. Are you ready for the winners?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Winner number 1 is AJ's Lock and Key. AJ's on here. Thanks. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Good stuff. I haven't even seen the winners yet this week, so that's good stuff. AJ's Lock and Key. You're on here. Very cool. Make sure you email us, sales@clksupplies.com, or call us 800-848-6989. Here we go. Winner number 2 is 63 flight. Congratulations. Very cool. Let's see here. Winner number 3 is Outshined 84.
Congratulations.
Outshined 84. Congrats. Very cool. All right. Winner number 4 is Suncoast Picker. Congrats, Suncoast Picker.
Congratulations.
Picker, very cool. And last but not least, winner number 5 is Kevin Beal. Congratulations, Kevin. Very, very cool. All right, so here, let me go ahead and 1 second here. I need to type these in.
And I'll put them in this little box. What you get your stamping block.
Oops, I hit that. AJ's lock and can't spell all of a sudden. AJ's lock and key, 63 flight. Outshined. 84. Takes a second here. Oh, there we go. Suncoast Picker. And for that one to go through. Kevin Beals. Make sure you guys contact us. We're going to hook you up like always. We got the Lockfather putting them all in a box here. We're going to announce the winner. G Keyman 565. I normally have that ready, but I didn't today. My bad on that. Okay, here we go. The winner of the Lockboy SFIC capper and decoder is Suncoast Picker. Congrats. All right, everybody. Very cool. Now, thank you all for staying around here. Now, this is the deal. Hey, we're going to hand me one of those?
Yep.
As you know, we got this new hat out. Now, that's what I've been teasing you about, right? When we put in the video. So this is the patch hat, the USA Lock Boss patch hat. This thing is awesome, okay? I mean, by far, to date, this is my favorite hat that we've put out. Love it. Absolutely love it. And you'll be able to see on the patch here, it's both printed on and embroidered. It's really awesome. And, of course, it's on a Richardson 112 hat. Mesh back. It's pretty rad. Now, this is the deal.
Oh, and even has CLK on the side.
Yeah, the CLK on the side here. So here we go, guys. For all you hung around, this is the deal. I got 10 of them. I pulled out 10. Want to grab those?
Yep.
Went and grab these 10 out of inventory right here. And we are giving away all 10 of these. This is what you need to do. Now, be careful. Be careful, okay? Because it's going to be, because there's obviously a lot of you watching, and there's only 10 hats. So in the subject, well, first of all, let me say this. So don't be sending them yet, okay? Because we're going to have a little fun with this. Make sure you send your address in, okay? And the first 10 that put in the description, Lock Boss USA, okay? Lock Boss USA. The first 10 that do that are going to get the hat, okay? And so it's just the first 10. Better send them now. Awesome. Good stuff.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Good stuff, everyone. Well, hey, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching the videos. Thanks for liking all of the 4th of July one. Lockfather, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Good stuff, everybody. So here we go. You all have a wonderful Tuesday evening. We hope all of you had a great weekend and you enjoy the week. And we will see you back next Tuesday, 5:15 Pacific time. Thank you all. We'll see you.
Have a good evening.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Lock Boss USA, got to send us an email. Sales. I messed that one up bad. Got to send us an email to sales@clksupplies.com. The first 10 you do in the subject line, put Lock Boss USA with your address. That's who wins. Messed that one up a little bit. My bad, okay? My bad. So, sounds good. We'll see y'all. Have a good one.
Have a good evening.